Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Looxi Beauty eyeshadows. These are the recent eyeshadows that I picked out from Looxi Beauty. I had initially done a previous video testing the Looxi Beauty eyeshadows for the first time, and I was so impressed that I ordered a bunch more. I have 10 more with me and this is how they look. So you can see I actually placed it in such a way so that the colors correspond to each other. Like these two seem to be a lot similar. These two seem to be a lot similar. I paired the two pinks together. So I thought that would be really helpful to put all the corresponding shades together. So we're going to swatch. We're going to do two looks using these shadows. I also wanted to test their matte eyeshadow. Saying that, I don't think this helped me in any way. When I saw this shade like Spiced Lemon, I really thought that this is going to be more of like a mustardy green shade, which in the pan, it looks like a dark tan shade. And it's very close to my skin tone, like 1 or 2 shades darker. So I don't think that would have helped. I actually did wear like 2 of these shades yesterday to office. And I basically wore this shade in my inner corners. And I used this pinky orangey shade on like my center of my eyelid, and I basically deepened it out with like a plummy maroon shade, and that came out to be super sparkly, super amazing, and it wore throughout the day. So without further ado, let's dive right into the swatches of the video, and I'll give you a close-up of all these shadows in the outside lighting too towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so the first shadow that we're going to swatch is called Wicked Witch. And this is from their recent collection that they came out with. It looks pretty green in the pan, but it also has a strong purple shift to it. I don't know how much you can see that, but I would say any shifty eyeshadows from Looxi, it's super smooth. But if you pair it up with like a glitter glue, I basically do a NYX glitter glue when I'm applying it on my eyes, it pops up even more. So I would highly suggest that. So this is how the shade looks. I really hope that you can see the shift. Now let's swatch it. I'm going to swatch it here. Hopefully you can see it. I see a lot of purple. I don't know if you can see that green or not, but let me just extend the swatch. So that is Wicked Witch. It's not like super shifty. I cannot see a lot of shift like on camera. I basically feel like if you have JD Glow shadows or like Cliona shadows or Divina shadows, you will find a little more shift in those eyeshadows. But if you are a person who doesn't like too much in your face shifty eyeshadows, I think you'll really like this, because in person I really can see like a green to a purple to a blue shift. I really can see that. I don't think you can see that the way I'm seeing it, but I really hope that you guys can see it. But that is Wicked Witch. Look on my finger. You can see that purple, right? Oh my God. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I might do that on one of the eye just to show you guys the shift. Okay, the next shadow is so sparkly, so shifty. I cannot wait to try this, and this is called Painted Lady, and this is a former eyeshadow that already was like existing in their collection. And this is like a blue to a green to a purple. So pretty. I'll also do a comparison at the end of the video so that you can see if you do have one, if you need the other or not. And this is Painted Lady. I don't think I have anything similar to Painted Lady. So pretty. So let's do it here. Oh my God, the shine is unreal. It's unreal. So that is Painted Lady. I don't know if you can see that shine or not. Oh my God, that's pretty. If you are a purple lover, you definitely need Painted Lady in your collection. Look at that. Wow. The next shadow that we're going to talk about is called Venus, and this is also pretty new in their collection. And this is more of like a champagne pinky shade, I would say. It definitely does have that golden champagne shade, but with like a pink base to it. I hope you can see that. So let's swatch it. I think people with like fair skin tone would look absolutely stunning in this eyeshadow. Wow. That is Venus. So pretty. Super sparkly. The next shadow that we're going to talk about is called Arctic Rose. And this is like a strong gold shade, but it also has a peach and a green shift to it. Very, very beautiful. I would feel like personally for like medium tan skin tone, if you just apply this all over the eyelid, it would give such a glossy effect on your eyelid. I think this is going to be like my best friend, especially when I'm like going for like one and done shade. I mean, like a little bronzer in the crease and this all over the eyelid would be stunning. Okay, so let's swatch this. Wow. I definitely feel if you have like the shade Venus, you don't absolutely need to have this because on the eyes, it's gonna look a lot similar. But if you do like these like champagne rosy shades, I think you'll absolutely love it. And I feel for like medium skin tones, Arctic Rose is a much better fit because can you see that the base goes like transparent on my skin, but it shines so beautifully. It's beautiful for that glossy effect. It's different for sure, but yeah, you can skip one if you do have the other, you know. I seriously feel that Venus would be better on like fairer skin tones. Or if you want your eyeshadow to pop, Venus would be really good. But if you want more of a transparent base and like more of a glossy effect, I think Arctic Rose would be your best friend. Look at that. So pretty. Now this is the first matte that I have from Looxi Beauty and this is called Spiced Lemon. Now you can see it definitely does have that green effect, but I would have preferred if I would have chosen another shade. Like this shade on the website looks so pretty and I thought that this would be super, super unique. It is definitely unique, but it's not special. I mean, I would not like run out to buy this, but these mattes are so smooth, like so smooth. So let me show it here. Can you see that? It definitely has that gray green tone to it. I was just expecting a little more mustardy. Maybe because I'm not a big green person. Like I'm not a big fan of this, but yeah, it's a pretty shade, but not like my go-to shade, I would say. Okay, so let's move on to the next shade. And the next shade is called Dragon Slayer. Oh my God, this is pretty. I know I just said I'm not a green person, but this green is so sparkly and such a beautiful duochrome. It goes to like an emerald green to a golden green. It's beautiful and it's so shiny. So let me swatch it for you guys. These are super, super soft, super, super smooth. So let me swatch it for you guys. Wow. Okay, so that is Dragon Slayer. I do have a dupe for this eyeshadow. If you do have Pretties for Your Face Brocade, it's gonna look very, very similar to this. Okay, let's move on. The next shadow that we're gonna swatch is called Snickerdoodle. And this looks more like, I would say closer to Good God shade, but in a little more subtle way. It definitely has that champagne blue going through. When I say Good God, I meant JD Glow's Good God. Very, very similar to that, but not exact. So let's swatch that. Running out of space. Running out of space. Wow, this also has like a blue purple, very similar to JD Glow, I would say. These have like a strong shift, but I don't think you guys can see it on camera. That's a shame. It definitely has that blue purple going on. Can you see that? Wow. Let me actually swatch this on the back of my hand so that maybe you can see that a little more clearer. So this is Snickerdoodle. Can you see? Oh my God, that is pretty. Now the next shade that I'm going to swatch is called Abracadabra. Oh my God, this is stunning. Like absolutely stunning. This has so many shifts going on. If you are a neutral person, but you want a neutral, sparkly, shifty eyeshadow that can elevate any of your look, you need this. Like you absolutely need this. And this is like an exact dupe to JD Glow's unexpected. It has bronze in it, it has green in it, it has like some kind of a reddish brown in it. It's stunning. So let me swatch it for you guys. Very, very similar to the previous shade, I would say. But I don't know if you can see it or not. It's a tad different because it has that neutral undertone also going through it. But if you have one, you don't need the other. Again, this is Snickerdoodle and this is Abracadabra. I should have swatched with a little more space. You would see that in like the close-up. I swatched it with spaces in between. So yeah, you'll be able to see it more clearer in like close-up swatches. Okay, now the next shadow that we're going to talk about is called Ohana. This is also a pretty new eyeshadow. I wore this yesterday to office and this was stunning. This is like a pink to an orange shifting shade. So pretty. So pretty. Let's swatch this. I see a lot more orange, but yesterday when I was wearing it, it was strong pink. Yeah, the way you can see it, that's how it looked like on my eyes yesterday when I wore it, but I see a strong orange flip. When I like see it in person, I really do see a lot more oranginess. Also, the previous two eyeshadows, when I see it in person, I feel like Abracadabra has a strong prominent purple shift to it. Like it's a green to a purple, but Snickerdoodle was a little more blue to a purple. I hope it comes through actually. Okay, now the last shadow. This doesn't have much of a shift to it, but it is such a smooth eyeshadow. Like if you are into like taupey purples, you would absolutely love it. And this one is called Crimson Rose. I have a Sydney Grace eyeshadow very, very similar to this, and that was Go For It from Sydney Grace. I'll swatch that against this. This totally reminds me of that eyeshadow, even in texture as well as when I like swatch it. It's a little different, but very similar. So again, this is Crimson Rose. So pretty. And those were all the 10 eyeshadows that I got from Looxi Beauty this time. And I absolutely have loved this brand this year. 2022 was the year when I first tried Looxi Beauty, and there is no looking back, especially when they're so affordable. Every eyeshadow that they have in their collection, let it be like a sparkly shifty eyeshadow or like, I don't know, let it be whatever, it is $3. And when you can find it on a sale, it goes to like $2.5. You cannot beat the quality with what you're getting or for what price you're getting. I absolutely love, love, love Looxi Beauty. So now, without further ado, let's put these babies on our eyes. But before that, let me show you all these swatches in the outside lighting so that you can see all the shifts in the dimensions and how beautifully it shifts from one shade to another. So enjoy. Okay, now let's move on to the eye look. So for the first eye, let me first try that matte shade, which is called Spiced Lemon. And I'll show you how it performs on the eyes. See, on my eyes, especially on my like tan skin tone, and I am a little more tan because I was in the sun for quite some time this weekend, and I easily get tanned. So this Spiced Lemon shade appears to be more of like a grayish shade to me, at least on my skin tone. So I'm not like a big fan of that. Beautifully blends out for sure. Like I'm not finding any patchiness because it blends beautifully. Look how beautifully blended. It's stunning. Let me just scoot you a little closer. Okay, for the outer corner, I'm going to use my Melt Amore Mariposa eyeshadow palette. This is the first time I'm going to use this. Like, I'll do a dedicated video using this palette, but I'm dying to use this. Okay, I'm going to take this dark green shade, which is called Guamuchil. Excuse me, like I know, I do not know Spanish, so I don't want to even try because I will be offending some of you guys, I know. So this is basically like a murky green, but a deep murky green. And Melt is like so famous in doing these like murky shades. So definitely wanted to pick up this eyeshadow palette, especially it is for such a beautiful discount. I didn't want to lose on to that. So once we have that green all like set and like blended across, now let's move on to applying the glitter glue. Just a tiny little bit and just spread it all across my eyelid, just like that. And now let's take that first shade, which is called Wicked Witch, which was like a green to a purple shifting shade. God, it picks beautifully on the brush. So I'm gonna apply that more towards the center, but I'm gonna cover the majority of the eyelid with this shade, just so that you can see the shift. So you can see it definitely applies really well with the brush, but I also want to try it with my fingers just to see if there's any difference or not. So I'm gonna pick that shade and just apply it. Yeah, I would say it definitely picks up a little more better with the finger. That's such a beautiful shift. I totally can see that green to a purple shift. I hope you guys can see it too. Wow, that's stunning. Okay, I'm gonna take this shade, which is called, what's that called? Snickerdoodle? Yeah, Snickerdoodle, on the same brush actually. And I'm gonna focus that more on the inner third of the eyelid and also on my inner corners. And I'm just gonna feather it out towards that green that we applied. Oh my God, that's stunning. That is stunning. Wow, that shift is unreal. So sparkly. So sparkly. Okay, for the lower lash line, I'm actually, give me a small brush. For my lower lash line, I'm gonna take the shade called Almohada. I don't know why do I even try to pronounce it. And I'm gonna take that on my lower lash line. It's more of a purpley shade, and that would like complement the purple shift that is happening on top. So pretty, oh my God, love it. Okay, I actually am gonna take a tiny little bit, give me a small brush, yeah. I'm gonna take a tiny little bit of, let's say, take this, centimiertos. Oh my God, stop. Don't do that. And just go over the crease and then blend it out towards that deeper green shade. Just like that. Oh my God. Why am I obsessed with greens now? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to finish off my eyes with some liner and mascara and I'll get right back. And that's my first eye look. I absolutely am obsessed with the eye look. Oh my God, the shift is absolutely unreal. Oh my God, can you see that? Wow. Okay, just to test out more shades, the final thing that I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take this shade. What is this shade called? Venus. And I'm gonna apply that on my inner corners, just on top of that, just to give it a little more lightness. Oh wow, that's stunning. Okay, let's move on to the next eye look. Okay, I'm gonna take this shade, which is Abuelita, and I'm gonna apply that towards the inner third. I just tapped it once because I didn't know how pigmented that is. And now I'm not scared. Like that. And then let's take this shade, which is Maria. And then, oh my God, that's stunning. I am like a big sucker for like jewel tone eyeshadows, if you don't know. I'm gonna just fade it out with that orangey pinky shade. Wow, that's stunning. Okay, I'm going to take that same shade Maria on my lower lash line too, like that. Yeah, I'm not worried about like the blending because I can go over it and just blend everything together. Just like that. Okay, now I'm just going to take whatever is left in my hand for the glitter glue. Just apply the rest on my eyelid just to give it more of a sticky base. I'm going to take Ohana, which is that, you know, that pinky to an orange shifting shade. And I'm going to apply that right here. Look at that. It's just so pretty. I'm going to take that as like a diagonal thing. I'm going to make a lot like my lid space clean, just so that I want to apply as much shades as I can today. So pretty. Now for the inner corners, I'm going to take this shade, which is called Arctic Rose from the palette. And I'm going to apply that in my inner corners. Oh my God. That is stunning. Wow. Wow. Okay. Now for the lid, I'm going to take this shade, which is, I'm dying to use this shade. I don't even know if it's going to go together with this eye situation, but I'm going to try it. This is Painted Lady. I'm going to apply that towards the center of my eyelid, just melting everything together. So pretty. Okay. Now just to deepen up the outer corner, I'm just going to go back to my Melt palette. I'm going to take this shade, which is Charo, and mix Maria with it, and then just deepen out my outer corners. I'm just going to dip back into that Abu Eleta shade and just graze over the edges. Now I'm just going to finish off my eyes with some liner and mascara, and I'll get right back for the second look. And that's my second look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed both the looks that I created for you guys. I basically used like 6 shades out of the 10. And I cannot wait to play with them more. Like, I really love them. Let me just clean up all these swatches and I'll come back and show you the comparison. So let's start off with the shade, which is called Dragon Slayer, which is this green shade, like a emerald green to like a goldy green shade. So I'm gonna swatch that against the Pretty Sphere of Face shade, which is called Brocade. So this is Dragon Slayer and this is how Brocade looks. Pretty similar, I would say. So let me swatch this for you guys. Texture is a little different. Looxi Beauty's shadows are more smoother, but it looks pretty similar. So this is Looxi Beauty's Dragon Slayer, and this is Pretty Sphere of Face Brocade. The Dragon Slayer shade has a little more like shift in person as compared to Brocade from Pretty Sphere of Face. I don't know if that comes across or not, but that's how it compares. The next shadow that I want to compare is Abracadabra, which is this shade, and I'm going to compare that with JD Glow's Unexpected. So if you can see them side by side. So let's swatch it. Abracadabra and JD Glow Unexpected. Now these are also like super sparkly and smooth. Abracadabra and JD Glow Unexpected. I would say Abracadabra is a little more on the subtler side as compared to JD Glow Unexpected. That is like to another level, but very similar. That's like 2 swatches each. Okay, the next shade that I'm gonna try to dupe, I would say it might not be exact, but that would be Snickerdoodle here from Looxi Beauty. I'm just gonna swatch that against JD Glow's what's this called? Good God. But I can see like JD Glow's Good God is a lot more brighter as compared to Snickerdoodle. So let's swatch it and see. Snickerdoodle, JD Glow's Good God. JD Glow's Good God is like on steroids. I would prefer JD Glow. In this case, I would definitely prefer JD Glow. Look at that. The next shade that I'm gonna swatch is Ohana, which is that pink to orange shifting shade. And I'm gonna actually compare this to the shade which is called Bold from It's Spell Cosmetics Break the Rules palette. So let me swatch that. This is Ohana and this is Bold. Now, It's Spell Cosmetics eyeshadows are like smoother, if you can like imagine that. It's just like a lot more smoother as compared to like Looxi, I would say. Looxi is smooth, but I mean, It's Spell cannot be beaten. They're definitely different. Definitely different. This is It's Spell and this is Looxi Ohana. Now the last shade that I'm going to compare is Crimson Rose, this shade, and I'm going to compare it with Sydney Grace Go For It. So I think you can see the comparison, like the similarity between those two shades. Very, very similar, I would say, but it's a little different, but very similar. So let me swatch it. Even the formula, I would say, is very, very similar. I would say Crimson Rose is more rosy, but Go For It is a little more taupey. Yeah, like so pretty. So those were the comparison that I had in my collection. So if you do have one, do you need the other or not? You can decide for yourself. I really hope that this video was helpful for you guys, and let me know in the comment section below if you did like any of the looks that I created, and if you did like it, did you like the look number 1 or the look number 2? If you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!